We are now excited to welcome to the program Prattville Christian wrestling coach Trent Staggs. Welcome, Coach Staggs.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys having me.
Well, I understand that recently you have reached an incredible accomplishment, and that is that you have posted the 200th duels win of your coaching career. Coach, tell us a little bit about what an accomplishment like that feels like.
It was an outstanding feeling. It's whenever I started as a head coach years ago, I kind of had a number in my head of, what I wanted to accomplish, and that was one of those numbers. And getting it while here at Prattville Christian Academy, in 11 years that I've been here. I was a head coach in Indiana for 3 years before I got here, so some of those wins came in Indiana, but 144 of those dual meet wins came here as the head coach at PCA.
Well, tell me a little bit about your background in the sport and then what ultimately brought you to Prattville Christian.
I grew up in southern Indiana in a little small farming community, and you know, wrestling was kind of one of those things that was a part of our community. And my dad got me involved whenever I was really little, and I stepped on a wrestling mat in the third grade and wrestled all the way through high school. And then after high school, did a stint in the service and um, as a hospital corpsman. And whenever I got out, my wife and I got married. We eventually moved back to Indiana, and whenever we did, I had a gentleman approach me about starting a wrestling club for youth. So I actually started coaching as a youth club coach for years, and then went back and got my teaching degree and got into high school coaching, and it just kind of blossomed into, I've always had a passion and love for the sport.
You know, it seems like wrestling may be the fastest growing sport in the AHSAA. We keep hearing about the growth of wrestling in the state of Alabama. Since you've had experience in other states, tell us a little bit about how what we're experiencing here in Alabama in the sport of wrestling compares to maybe your experiences in some other states.
It's definitely getting better since I got here 11 years ago. And I was just looking for a change, to be real honest. My wife and I had kind of always wanted our kids in a Christian school, so this opportunity opened up, and they took a chance on me. To be real honest, they didn't know me from Adam, and the growth of wrestling and the quality of wrestling in the 11 years that I've been here has been rapid and is a lot to grow a lot better. The quality of wrestling, the quality of kids, the ability of the kids. You can really see that people are really putting a lot of time and passion into growing the sport.
What are some things that you think wrestling teaches young people?
The first thing it teaches you is discipline. It's the only sport in high school that I really know of that you have to beat an inanimate object to be able to compete. You got to beat the scale. So you got to make your weight to be able to, compete in your weight class and stuff like that. And that discipline of, managing your weight, putting the work in, the practice and the pounding that your body takes for the ability to be able to compete at a high level is something that I just don't think you see in other sports. And I've coached football for years. I've coached baseball too. But to me, wrestling just teaches you so much about discipline and character and your ability to go through tough times and become and grow on the outside of it.
Your commitment to your high school athletes, both on and off the mat, has been talked about by your peers. Tell us a little bit about your commitment to these student athletes on and off the mat.
Whenever I came here 11 years ago, one of the things that I told the administration at PCA is that we were going to build a wrestling family. And I don't think they really understood exactly what I meant because they didn't have the sport here. I'm lucky enough to have been the only head coach here so far. And uh, the culture that we've built where when you see our guys at school that you usually see the most of them together. When you see our guys, at practice, they're laughing and having fun, but when it's time to get serious, they get serious and they look out for each other. And we have some of the most committed parents, the support they give us to our program. And I think it's really that family culture that we've developed. And seeing kids that come into your program that have never done the sport, and then, seeing them grow, win their first matches, seeing them progress, and in the 11 years of the 10 that we've had, the state tournament already, because we've not had it yet this year, is, we've had a state qualifier 9 out of 10 years. The only time we haven't had one was the first year of the program. And we've had some placers and stuff like that. So to see those kids grow and then go to tournaments and medal and, win championships and stuff like that, and the camaraderie that they have of fighting for a dual meet win, as a team, and stuff like that. Just that's what feeds me more than anything. That's the thing that I live for by coaching them. And those are kind of the lines that we live by, and we do it in a very godly based and faithful manner.
Well, Coach, I understand that you guys will be competing tonight, and good luck with that, and also the upcoming duels and the upcoming championships. We thank you for taking the time today to be with us on AHSAA TV.
Thank you. I appreciate the time.
And we'll be right back after this on AHSAA TV Weekly.